they didn't die, but we had to call like an ambulance and emergency services.
そう、だから。
So there's a reason why
Yeah,
they
yeah.
have a key so that you have to ask.
日本から、カナダから帰ってきました。
Yeah, we came back.
いや、日本の夏暑いね。
When we were in Canada, I had what you told me is called culture shock. Because I've been here for 2 years now in Japan. And there was some things that I got used to here, and I forgot Canada does not have that, or it's just completely different in a lot of ways. To start, one of them being like, Japan is so convenient to live in. There's konbini everywhere, you know that, especially in Tokyo, but in any city in Japan,
どこにでもあるよね。
konbini everywhere. Jidohanbaiki, you can get, well, there's jidohanbaiki for everything, but especially drinks. So in the summer, in the heat, that's like a lifesaver, right? But when we went back to Canada, like that actually became kind of an issue where there's no konbini, there's no vending machines anywhere.
No.
And everything like is very spread out. So you have to drive if you want to go anywhere. So if you go out as a family, like with our baby, if you forget something, especially something important like water, you might just have to go back home to get it. So we went out once with our baby and we forgot to bring his water. Like I had it on the table and we were just rushing and we forgot. And so we were going to like a market and we're like, oh, fuck, we don't have his water. And we had to drive there, right? And we looked up on Google Maps, there was no nearby grocery stores, yakyoku, nothing. So we had to decide like, are we going to go to a restaurant just to get water and then we have to like buy other stuff to actually stay there? Or are we going to go back home? Stuff like that, I think Japanese people, you don't even think about how many conveniences you have in everyday life.
Yeah.
I think that's why I forgot his water, because I got used to this convenient lifestyle where you can get anything anywhere all the time, anytime. Convenience stores are literally open 24/7.
カナダだったら、もう出かける前にすごい you need to prepare the world.
Yeah.
You can,
Oh, yeah.
nothing like you can leave. So
No.
You have to make sure before you leave.
Right? But also, what we realized when we were on the trip is I forgot that Canada doesn't have like public washrooms.
きついね。
He ran into that issue a couple of times.
俺結構トイレ行く人やからさ、トイレないってもう分かってるから、あんまり水とか飲まんとこって思う。
Yeah.
それも嫌やん。夏やしさ、しっかり水分取らなあかんけどさ、もうトイレ行きたくなっちゃうから、水取らんとこみたいな。
Right? My mom always told me before we leave the house, did you go pee yet? Like always right before you leave, go pee, even if you don't have to, because there probably won't be toilets. Like if we're just out and about, running errands.
いや、俺カナダでトイレプロブレムいっぱいあるんで、トイレの問題。なんか、花と付き合い前に花と飲んでてお酒で、その後バイバイして、やっぱお酒飲んだとトイレ行きたくなるやん。で、普通になんか駅にあるんかなと思って、駅にあるか。
No.
そう、駅にあると思って駅行ったらなくて、マジって思って、で、そこからコンビニ行って、カナダの。で、コンビニ行って、店員さんにちょっとトイレある貸してみたいな。ないよみたいな。マジどうしようみたいな感じで。結局どうなってるか覚えてないけど、もうめっちゃ大変やった。お酒飲んだ後とかさ、めっちゃトイレ行きたいね。
Yeah. Even if we do have public washrooms, which are rare, they're usually quite dirty. Like there's no one to maintain it, or they maybe clean it like once a day, or like a lot of homeless people use it because there's not other places for them to go. So it's unclean, or you might find like, used needles and stuff.
でもカフェもなんかトイレ普通にそのまま行こうと思ったら空いてないんですよね。だいたいカナダのトイレは鍵されて施錠されてて閉まってるんですよ。だから店員さんに、キーもらうか、あとはなんかボタンがあるから、そのナンバー聞くかちゃんと開けられない。最初行った人びっくりすると思う。
I worked at a cafe when I was younger. If they leave the bathroom open to the public, again, there's often homeless people that use it. And then there's even been, when I worked at the cafe, there was an overdose. So like we
Okay.
weren't watching, and a homeless person went in there, and then they overdosed in the bathroom. They didn't die, but we had to call like an ambulance and emergency services.
そう、だから。
So there's a reason why
Yeah,
they
yeah.
have a key so that you have to ask. So if you're a tourist in Canada, by the way, just make sure you plan out your bathroom situation. If you watched our video about like Superstore, the grocery store,
あ
I was reminded in Canada, like I had the Gecko culture shock about how everything was a huge size.
あね。
Like chips, soda, even just like, you know, your everyday foods. Oh, ice cream.
Yeah.
But everything was huge. And of course, Canada, similar to US, we do have like an obesity issue. People, you know, eating more than they need to. And
今ね。
so what I really like about Japan too is that eating healthy, that's normal. Having home cooked meals, like that's normal. Not like overeating. It's normal here to be healthy. And you even see like we were talking about this where compared to our old people, like I'm talking about, let's say someone my grandmother's age, old people here are very active and like healthy. Like
めっちゃそう思
we were joking about how a lot of the grandmas, they get onto their bicycle the same way. It's like they push off
Grandma,
a bit
yeah.
and then they hop on. And
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
joking, like I don't think I can do it.
う。あれって難しいよな。バランスいるで。
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand how they do it. So I don't think I can. We see old people in our, let's say when you go to parks and stuff, the tennis courts are full of older people
ね。
or like people jogging. We saw a grandpa running with weights, like, and this is just normal here. Maybe you guys think it's normal, but if you go to Canada, that's not normal. If you see a healthy, fit grandpa, it's like, wow, good for him, right? Because it's not normal at all. Like most people, I think as they get older, they're often more stuck at home.
いや、もう日本のおじいちゃんおばあちゃん元気やなって。
Yeah,
例えばス
super
ーパー
game.
とか行ってもさ、おばあちゃんとかさ、自転車でみんな来てさ、めっちゃ乗り回してさ、で、いっぱいさ、グロースリー買ってさ、
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
で、自転車で帰るやん。で、公園にもさ、おじいちゃんのなんか懸垂とかさ、they are like say playground area like for working out.
Oh,
Right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
常にみんな体を動かしてるやん。
Yeah.
すごいアクティブやなって思う。
So they're not like muki muki or anything,
Yeah.
like, but they're just very healthy,
Yeah.
mobile. That's what
Yeah.
we say, mobile.
Yeah.
Like they can still do anything.
So,
But
so.
maybe you might think, oh, Hannah has this view of old people where they're just gonna stop moving and like get stuck to a chair. I'm really not trying to insult at all, but our old people, that does tend to happen. So I love seeing active old people here, and we always say like when we get older, we want to
Yeah.
be like that.
70歳、
So
80歳になっても動けるおじいちゃんおばあちゃんで。
I'm gonna be like the jogging with weights.
I stop you. 危ないっしょ。
Just living normally here
Yeah.
is healthy.
Yeah,
So
stay
even
healthy.
for him, naturally, he's gonna learn these healthy habits.
Mm.
I guess as we are getting older too, I'm thinking about our future and stuff, and I really love like how people do care about their health here and they stay fit. It doesn't matter their age, right? And walking is more normal here. People don't drive as much. Everyone drives still, and that's normal in Canada. Like how our cities are designed, instead of building this way, they build this way.
Spread out.
So everyone has to drive. Like, I think that's one of the main reasons why people aren't as healthy. Like, they're not walking much.
確かにね。
So I really like that about here.
You need to walk.
You need to, yeah. You can't get around it. And transit's always great. So you never need a car. Like your hometown, I can walk anywhere. Like he thinks you need a car in his hometown, but I can walk. Literally, there's like 3 grocery stores that I can walk to easily. And then there's
みんな車で行くけど、花は歩くの好きやから。
easily.
そういうのを
It's
我
so
慢とか。
easy.
花ちゃん歩いて行くの
Of course. Like it's literally 5 minutes away if I walk. The grocery store closest to my home in Vancouver, it used to be like a 25-minute walk, and I thought that was pretty good. Like I wasn't upset about that. I thought, oh, it's not too far. There's a lot we love about Canada, but
Yeah, we do.
yeah, for right now, I really can't imagine leaving Japan.
Yeah,
It's just really nice to live here.
yeah, that's normal. Once you leave Japan, you recognize Japan, how good Japan is.